A lot of people have come up to me lately wanting to know if we sell Delta-8 products. These are not the kinds of people who I suspect are interested in getting high, so it strikes me as interesting that many of them are asking me about it. Since it seems a lot of people don't know what it is, I thought I'd take a few minutes to talk about it and help you understand what Delta-8 is and is it safe. Let's go. What's up, my friend? Welcome to the CBD YOU podcast. And yes, you means you. And I believe you are here for a reason. I'm Lori, a Christian, a wife, a mama, and a midwife. And to put a little icing on the cake, my husband and I own a hemp farm in Tennessee. Girlfriend, I see it in your eyes and I feel it in the messages you send me. You are tired of waking up every day exhausted with aches and pains that you really thought you were too young for. And with all the stress and anxiety of the day, you're over it. Are you starting to wonder if this is really all life is? I hear you, and you are not alone. God did not design us to just survive. He designed us to thrive. So if you're ready to embrace this beautiful life God has given you by discovering some of His best gifts for His children, rewarm that coffee you forgot about in the microwave, and let's take a minute to pour back into you with a quick chat and some me time. Let's go. Okay, so Delta-8 is a substance found on the cannabis sativa plant, but it's found in very, very small amounts. It is chemically similar to Delta-9, but it's not exactly the same. Some people actually refer to it as marijuana light, and that's because it does give you the euphoric, psychoactive impact that you would expect from something like Delta-9 or marijuana, that high feeling. But unfortunately, a lot of the Delta-8 out there today is synthetic, and it's really not known whether it is safe. I wanted to cover this because I get asked about it a lot. It is not something we make or something that we offer, but since several have asked, I just wanted to share a little bit about it with you. So let's just talk about some things about Delta-8. First of all, it is unregulated. Now, so is CBD, to be fair. But with reputable CBD companies, you can learn about the source and the safety of their products, just like you can ours here at Alera Ridge Farm. Delta-8 is unregulated and is actually being produced as a bit of a workaround from the law, a little bit of a loophole. When a product starts out as being produced as a workaround, you already can expect that it's going to be hard to trust it and to know that it's clean and safe, because a company that looks to make things out of the existence of a loophole, I don't want to say they're always not on the up and up, but I would tend to trust them less, just simply because they're trying to make money out of a workaround from a law that's there for a good reason maybe, but they're kind of dodging it. So I would just tend to say that it's very hard to trust the integrity of a company that's going to produce a product like Delta-8. One of the reasons that is because Delta-8 is toxic, or at least the way that it is produced tends to make it toxic. It is derived from a synthetic process, and often many chemicals are used in that process. It makes it a dirty product. There's very likely chemical contaminants in it, and there's really no way to know where it's coming from because of that legal loophole. CBD products are always going to confirm for you what's in them. The company is going to confirm for you what's in them if they're reputable. But that's not usually the case for Delta-8 products. Delta-8 products usually also have Delta-9 in them, according to one source. It's likely because they're so closely related chemically that one is going to bring with it the other. Also might have Delta-10, which is just another form of the tetrahydrocannabinol, which is THC. That's a big mouthful of a word. But all of these, Delta-8, Delta-9, Delta-10, those are all forms of THC, which is the element that grows on the cannabis plant that causes these psychoactive effects. Delta 8 can show up on a drug test, and there's really no guarantee that it won't, since it's so chemically close to Delta 9, and since Delta 9 is often present with the Delta 8, it's very possible you're going to get a positive drug test. It does get you high. It may not get you as high as Delta 9, depending on how much you're taking, but it is a psychoactive component, and it will give you that high effect. Delta 8 claims to be hemp-derived, so because of that, many think it is safe. But again, that is that legal loophole, because as long as a product comes from something, not from something, but from a plant that has been tested and has less than 0.3% THC, the products that come from it are considered legal. That's that loophole, because really the spirit of the law is that you're not taking a product that is going to get you high. And yet when you compile this teeny tiny amount off of lots and lots of plants, you can create enough to where you can get that high. And that's what they're doing. They're using what they're naturally getting off of the legal plants. They're also creating some synthetic Delta 8 as well, since it is so hard to get the quantities that you need to make an amount that would do anything. But to do this, there's often mycotoxins, there's heavy metals, there's solvents from the chemicals that are used in the manufacturing to make this. It's just not a clean process, and it's very likely leaving you with chemicals that you really just don't need to have in your body. And there's no way to guarantee that it's not there. You know, Delta 8 has some benefits, or it's believed to have some benefits, but CBD has many of the same benefits without that high component, without the psychoactive component, and without all of the potential toxins which make the product unsafe. CBD is going to be a safer alternative that's going to give you all of those benefits without that psychoactive effect. I did mention that the Delta 8 is present in hemp products. So it's not that it's not there at all. It's just that in a CBD product that is derived from hemp, the THC is very, very small in amount. So you do get some benefit from it, but you don't get that high. You get all of the benefits from the high level of CBD, which doesn't get you high, and the small amount of THC, which isn't enough to get you high. I hope that made sense. A reputable company for CBD, like Alara Ridge Farm, is going to provide you information about the sourcing of their hemp, the composition of their products, and how they're made, so that you can rest assured that you are getting a good quality product that has in it only what they tell you is in it and nothing else. Alara Ridge Farm surely does these things. As you know, if you have given us a try, we take pride in providing you the best, safest, premium product that there is. And if you haven't given us a try, we hope that you will decide to give us a try. You can head down to the link below in the show notes, and you'll get 20% off your first order. It's bit.ly/CBD and you show. You just type that in. It's going to go ahead and take you to the cart where it'll put that code in there, and then you click shop, and you can go add anything that you want to the cart, and it's going to take 20% off of your entire first order. That is only good for your first order, though, so be sure to get everything that you want and take advantage of that code. Now, believe it or not, there comes a point when you do a podcast about CBD where you run out of things to talk about. And y'all, sometimes I feel like I'm there. But each time I'm in a market, or people ask me questions about CBD, like when I'm out and about, I know that there's still things on people's minds that they haven't had answered yet. And so if you have a question that you would like to hear discussed that I haven't done an episode on here yet, would you please go over to speakpipe.com/CBD and you, or you can go down to the show notes. There's a link for that as well. You can just click on it and just leave me a quick voicemail. It's just like a voicemail box. Like if you call somebody and they don't answer and you leave them a voicemail. I know most people don't do that anymore, but if you do, it's the same concept. And when you leave me a voicemail there, I'll know what you want to know so I can address what you want to know. And then the show is better for you when I'm talking about topics that you are interested in. So please head over there and do that. Or if you'd rather, you can just do the old school email at info. Just send it to info@alararidgefarm.com. That's ALARA Ridge Farm. And let me know there what you want to hear me talk about. Either one's fine. Just hoping to get some new ideas of what you want to hear about so that I can work up some fresh content for you soon. And I can't wait to see you right back here on the next episode. Whoa, wait, stop. I need your help. Before you take off, if this podcast has blessed you in any way, or if you learned something, could you take 1 minute and leave me a written review over on Apple Podcasts? That's the absolute best way you can thank me. I love hearing how what I've learned on my journey has helped you on yours. Remember that the Word says every good gift and every perfect gift is from above. CBD is one of them, but there are so many more. Cling to Him and you will never go wrong. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you back here in a few days.